What's up, everybody? It's your main man Betta back here and again, and welcome back to the MOMMA'S Fantasy Football League, Volume 6. This is the Week 3 Power Rankings. Not 2, not 4. It's 3. Derek Carr sprained his AC. Jimmy G got a concussion. Mike Williams' season is over again. Dolphins scored 70 points against the Broncos. So, all those things are true. They happened. I did not make them up. So, let's get right on into it. Okay, welcome back to the program. We're going to start with the 12th place team. 12th place team in these here rankings is Soggy Biscuits. Let me adjust this though. Oh, okay. Soggy Biscuits, Michael's team in 12th place. Formerly Limp Biscuits. They were limp, now they are soggy. All right. Well, down one slot. Jamar Chase got 20 points. You know, I try to take a little bit of notes for the week. You're welcome. You know, I try to take some notes. A little bit of something, a little bit of for everybody. But what can we really say? You know, that's my notes. It says, what can we say? So moving on to the 11th place team. The 11th place team in these here rankings is Swift Brown Dicker. Formerly Chubby Brown Mystery. The other 0-3 team. Down one slot from 10 to the 11th spot. We have Tanner's team. Although Tua put up, 36 some odd points, that's pretty good. But I just want to do a little recap for anyone that's playing in this league, following along at home, what Tanner is up against the first 3 weeks. So he has outscored, in terms of total points on the year, he's not an 11th place team. He's scored more points than a great number of other teams. I'd say more than half. But week 1, he played Andrew's team, who outscored everybody. Week 2, he needed 5 points, and Nick Chubb's leg fell off. And then just now, he went up against Master Cut, who scored almost 180 points. What do you do with that? So 11th place, Swift Brown Dicker. Going to move on to the 10th place team. 10th place team in these here rankings. It's Team Diaper Funds. Team Diaper Funds in 10th place, up 2 slots, no longer in the proverbial basement. Corey got a win, avoided going 0-3. He also put up over 130 points, which is pretty good. Devontae Adams and Amari Cooper combined for 56 points. That's a recipe for something. Add a little Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift action. Now he's got Taylor Swift on his fantasy team. I bet Travis Kelce had a pretty good weekend. Am I right or am I right? Let's see. Corey still has Jonathan Taylor, which may one day mean something. Got to win against Michael's team. And he did it even with Joe Burrow only doing 8 points. Joe Burrow has had a bad start to the year. And lo and behold, so has Corey. But it seems like maybe the ship is headed in a better direction. We're going to move on to the 9th place team. 9th place team in these year rankings is Dork. That's right. Dork here would have beaten half the league with his 113, 114 points, whatever it was. Justin Herbert and Mike Williams combined for 57 points, which is a pretty good place to be. That being said, Mike Williams' season is over. So, and yet again, too, it's tragic. Chargers just can't have nice things. Ever. Never ever. For 20, almost 30 some odd years. They are not allowed. He takes on O-Side Way to Go this week in a must-win. Moving on to the 8th. 8th place team is... It's Grand Salami time. Down 3 slots to the 8th place. When your kicker is your second best scorer, you might have a bad time. And Katie had a bad time. These are my notes. Pretty close game against Evan going into Monday Night Football. But, you know, that's life. Katie is up against Team Diaper Funds this week in a battle of some 1-2s. Someone's going 2-2 and the other will not. So, there you have her. Going to move on to the 7th place team. 7th place team in these here rankings is... it's Team Rob's. Up a slot. There you go. Pardon me. My notes say that at approximately 7:30 p.m., with about 20 minutes left of the Rams-Bengals game, Evan and Katie were actually like 94-94, 95-95, something like that. Really, really close. But Evan had Tyler Higgins, Tyler Higbee, and the Bengals kicker. Katie only had Karen Williams. You know, so Evan ended up getting that W, winning by about 8 points. That's the end of my notes and the end of my description of the 7th place team in these here rankings. We're going to move on to the 6th place team in these here rankings. 5 with the 1 makes 6, and it's O-Side Way to Go, baby. Kirk Cousins with about 32 points. Darren got the much needed victory. He needed every drop of Isaiah Pacheco, Damian Pierce, and DeKalin Metcalf. Especially considering Derrick Henry gave him all but 2 points. It's like, Derrick Henry, what are you doing? But a win's a win. 6th place, up 3 slots. Way to go, D. We're going to move on to the 5th place team. Okay, 5th place team in these here rankings. It's Betta W Chedda. That's right. Ben's team was, one of the top previously undefeated teams. He, Sam Laporta and Patrick Mahomes combined for over 50 points. And that will happen again. What do we got? His defense gave him negative points. It's always hard when you have a slot that gives you -4 points. That means if someone else gave you 4 points, then that is a net 0 of total points. Math, public education. So I'm not really worried about Ben's team, honestly. Bijan is crazy good. Sam Laporta is probably going to be a top 3 tight end by the time it's all done. Patrick Mahomes is going to be a top 3 quarterback. Tyler Lockett is one of the most consistent guys. I think put Tyler Lockett in there with like the Keenan Allens of the world and the Mike Evans of the world. It's not the sexiest name, but he just is so freaking consistent. He's going to get between 8 and 10 touchdowns this year. Why? Because he's done that every year for 5 years. What else can we say? Ben's got a great team, just didn't get the win. So, we're going to move on to the 4th place team. 4th place team in these here rankings is Soggy the Ghost. I'll put in like a CGI flame. Probably not. Goes to Bongtown. Andrew's team lost in a close contest against Darren's team. Down 3 whole slots. Was at the top of the mountain. Now it took a little tumble, but hey, is really just seeing the sights. Taking a little breather. If he had played Cortland, Sutton, and Kenny Pickett instead of Tyler Algier and Trevor Lawrence, he would have scored 122.5 points. Could have did it. Could have did that. Andrew could have done that. He didn't. Could have. If he did, I think he would have won. Anyway, so he could have did it. And he would be right there at the tippy top of these here rankings, let me tell you what. So, still a really great team. Tyreek Hill, bang, Cortland Sutton, it's like, I think his stock, whichever way makes more sense. Cortland Sutton's stock is going to go up. Denver's can't be like this all year, right? Or maybe they can. Who knows? We're going to move on to the third place team. Top 3. Here we go. Third place team, and it's the Fancy Lads. That's right. The Fancy Lads up 3 slots. Keenan Allen got almost 40 points. Okay. Got the victory against Dork. Keenan Allen's a freaking stud. On any other week, you put up like 146 points, you're outscoring the field, and we're going to give you a round of applause. We'll give Whitdo a round of applause either way. Round of applause. Go for you. 146 just don't impress me this week when there was someone that did better. He takes his team on the road to take on Tanner's Swift Brown Dicker. One thing I know about Tanner is he's been very unlucky for the first 3 weeks. So I would not assume that trend will continue. I would be rather surprised. So, best of luck. We're going to move on to the second place team. Second place team in these here rankings, and it's Master. Siri? Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Play Master of Puppets by Metallica. All right, you get the point. Second place. Why? What happened? Well, Brock Purdy, the Buffalo defense, and Raheem Mostert combined for 100 points. Is that going to happen all the time? Probably not. But it happened. So, here we are. The funny thing about scoring 176 points, I haven't seen that kind of point total in a while. Don't know about y'all. But had he played Zach Moss and Michael Pittman instead of CeeDee Lamb and Travis Etienne, he would have scored more. About 186 points was his point output potential. So he left some points on his bench to even, geez, man. So Allen did great. He'll look to continue these winning ways against the Ghost of Bongtown this week. That's a battle of 2-1 teams. You're going to go this way, you're going to go that way. You going that way, you're going this way. Which way are you going? You going that way? You going down that road? All right. Well, and that, of course, takes us to the number 1 team. Let me take a sip. So, number 1 team in these here rankings is the Quin Dynasty. My notes for myself are, you laughed at me when I drafted Kenneth Walker. Well, he's looking pretty good right about now. Look what we got here. I play the Soggy Biscuits this week, and let me tell you something. What's more likely? That I'm going to go 4-0 or that Michael's going to go 0-4. I don't see either of these things happening. The defending champion going 0-4 again and against me, who would then be 4-0. You don't want this. If I'm 4-0, I have to be at the top again. I mean, the Quin Dynasty has to be at the top again. My notes include the Quin Dynasty will take this victory with great humility and respect. So, there you have it. Hustle. Bang a gong. Bong. Ting. So that's it. That's the rankings this week. Thank you for tuning in. You got any questions or concerns? Reach out to Commissioner Ben back here and again. Do a trade. Pick up a waiver guy. Drop someone that's not very good. Mess with your lineup. Do all these things and more. And I'll catch you next time. That's all.